For St. Francis, the playoffs effectively began last Saturday in Michigan. USF, with 2 losses, needed a victory to keep playoff hopes alive. Got that victory, scoring 42 first-half points behind a Dan Rixey 4-touchdown day in beating Lawrence Tech by final score of 59-20. That's the most points produced by the Cougar offense this year, and the most since the 64-point outburst last season at Lindenwood Belleville. And the Cougars now want to play fast. Hurry up to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide to the left for Crable. Looks and spins. Throws the home run ball. He's got Rixey downfield inside the 10 to the 5. Did he score? Reaches out. Touchdown. That will be a 42-yard touchdown play. And Matt Crable went right back quickly to his favorite receiver this year. Put it on the money. And Rixey with a step and took it the rest of the way into the end zone. 42 yards on the scoring strike. Cougars on the board here at the 13:02 mark. 3 among Mid-State Football Association Mid-East League. Now they go onside. Here's a ball that is grabbed by St. Francis. Jack James has it, and it's a legal play. And the Cougars get the ball back on the kickoff recovery. James going onside, and the Cougars will have it at their own 46-yard line. So St. Francis gets possession again at their own 46. Their top receiver is out as well. Play action fake. Here's Crable wanting to throw again down the middle. Looking, he's got a man wide open. The ball is caught for a Cougar touchdown. I think that's Rocky James, and this one will stand. It will be a 39-yard touchdown toss. And Crable puts it on the money once again. Effectively has thrown 3 touchdowns already, 1 called back. But now Rocky James, who lost that 54-yarder, comes back at the 10:33 mark. And the Cougars dialing up early, long and deep. And Crable again on the money. Rocky James with that catch. Works at the right side hash mark. Looks to hand the ball. No, play action fake. Wants to throw again. Pulls it down, and then he is nailed. That was Matt Swartz that lowered the boom. Salzgater pumped, pulled it down. Hello, Matt Swartz. 267-pound senior came in there and dropped him back outside the 40 at the 44-yard line. Swartz now with 5 sacks. That puts him number 5 among MSFA Mid-East League sackers. And the Cougars try to match up. Now a little motion behind the line of scrimmage from right to left. They'll reset. Here's a run, and they'll give the ball off. And let's see if they got in for the end. For the touchdown, and no indication yet. Cougars have stopped them. Did not get in. Lefevre tried to dive for it, but came up short. So the Cougars will get the ball back, and it'll keep it a 14-0 USF lead. Cougar football, 1st and 10. And Martell Williams looking for, no, that's Eli Wallace. Nice move, cuts across the 25 and brings it out just short of the 30-yard line. One of his best runs, certainly, of the season, in fact.
St. Francis takes it out across the 25 to the 28-yard line.
They'll mark it at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for St. Francis. Remember, this drive started off after the 4th down goal line stop inside the 1. Crable looking, dropping the throw. Blitz is coming, throws to the right, trying to loft it up there, and here's the ball on the fingertips and caught by Dan Rixey, and he's got the catch. 1st and 10 at the Taylor 29-yard line.
Dan Rixey makes the catch.
Well, Rixey, you take those kind of catches in Rocky James for granted, but not necessarily on a cold, crisp afternoon. Blackwell and Rocky James to the wide side to the left. Crable looks that way, now checks off, throws back. Hundley's got it, gets by 1, cuts inside the 25, still on his feet. Back pedals down inside the 15-yard line, and the Cougars move the chains once again on that little screen. Coming off to the right side, Dylan Hundley got some blocking support up front. He'll stay in again. The Cougars want to play fast.
First down.
Brickens in up on the wing to the left side. Counter run coming up. Martell Williams dances inside the 10. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
Martell Williams, the ball carrier, takes it inside the 5.
He'll take it down to the 4-yard line, and the Cougars knocking on the door again. They hurry up to the line of scrimmage once again. To the left, Blackwell slot left inside of him. And here is Crable, looks to throw quickly, and he's got called wide open, nobody near him. 5-yard touchdown. That comes at the 10:09 mark. Casey Call on the receiving end, the easiest catch he's had. 5-yard touchdown strike. Crable, third touchdown toss of this first half. Looks out of the gun on the read option, hands it. No, he kept it himself and tripped up and dropped. Knifing through there, Jamesich read the play perfectly. That's a tackle for loss by James Jamesich. Tied still for number 1 as far as sackers in the Mid-States Football Association with 8.5. Preston Scott. And here is the read option and the run. Zaltzgaber kept it himself, and Jamal Jackson read it perfectly. Met him down at the pat. Boy, I tell you what, they gave him a good spot of the ball back around the 28. He was tackled back around the 27. So that makes it third down even a bit longer now. Second down and long. Now they've got Burdine in motion to the wide side. Screens a ball and knocked down. Cougars were coming with pressure up the middle. Miles McClendon was there. Had some help from Nick Lucas, and I think Luke got his hand on the ball and knocked it down. That'll bring up third down and long. Crable barking out the signals. Wants to throw. Looks. He's got a lot of green in front that does decide to run. Works to the 15. Gets to the 20. Near sideline. Turns the corner at the 25 and all the way across the 30-yard line. Matt Crable picking him up, laying him down. He saw what we saw. A lot of green opening, and they moved the change. Remember, starting from the 5. Now it'll be 1st and 10. USF at the Cougar 31. They need to stop this one. Zaltzgaber looks to the left, now checks off. The ball is hit as he throws in the air, and it's incomplete. And that will stop that drive. Coming in there and making that play, that was Kevion Evans. Had some help from his friends, but a 4th down stop by USF stopped that potential scoring drive. So here we go. Crable hands the ball off. Eli Wallace has got a hole. He's got a running room right side. He's in the second level at midfield in a foot race at the 40, 35, 30. Finally pushed out of bounds across the way. Eli Wallace with his best run of the year. Stepped out of bounds at the Taylor 33-yard line. I got a 69-yard run by Eli Wallace. Zaltzgaber again looking, hands it off. Here's Hilliard, runs into trouble and dropped by Jamal Jackson. Got only back to the line of scrimmage at the 31-yard line to bring up third down and still 5. Third down conversions after 3 quarters. Taylor was just 5 of 13 today. Zaltzgaber again. Barking the guns, runs that option, now cuts it up and spins and dropped outside the 20 at the 21. Read better that time. Jamal Jackson cut through there. I believe Jamesich was in there as well. And they do lose about 1.5 yards. So 4th down and longer. Or 2nd down and 6, I should say. Here's a counter run coming off the right side. Wallace cuts it up nicely. Across the 20-25. Dragging tacklers up to the 40 to the 41-yard line. And all the way out, he rolls to the 45. Eli Wallace running with some, like a possessed man now. He has had a couple of big runs. That's been the bright spot for St. Francis as far as the run game in the second half. That's a big one, though. 1st and 10. Crable, will he hand it off? He wants to throw. Steps up the pocket, throws the home run ball. Looking, here's a fingertip catch caught. Inside, Rocky James stumbles into the end zone. Touchdown, USF. Good for 55 yards. Rocky James, his 2nd touchdown catch of the ball game. And the Cougars bounce back with a big play. And the coaches in the box next to us for Taylor just throw their pins in the air. Crable on the money, but Rocky James dragging tacklers and then separating and got it into the end zone. Time of the score, 2:34. And Crable today with his 4th touchdown toss. Waits with the snap, gives to Johnson. Johnson, here's Tony looking for running room. Off to his left, bounces inside, dragging tacklers down inside the 10. Tony Johnson that close to scoring. Well, during the pregame interview, talking to Coach Donley about this young sophomore, very excited about him, what he brings to the game of college football. They'll win this football game by a final score of 27-14.